You are riding along with Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Whether you got a flat tire on your ATV or on the old minivan cruising down the highway, it can be a bad deal. It can ruin your day and it can ruin your fun. It can be really unsafe. But, Brandon, you invented Tireject with your father, and you have solved our problems. You're going to get us out of trouble.
That's right. Well, we have two products. We have our off-road that's meant for your ATVs, lawnmowers, golf carts, that sort of thing, and we have our automotive tire sealant. And off-road, it's what we call 5-in-1, where you can protect the tread area, the sidewall, bead leaks, slow leaks, and even sometimes the older tires, they'll get dry rot, little cracks. As long as it's minor and a low speed, we can actually get a little bit more life out of your tire with Tireject Off-Road. And the automotive, this is our 2-in-1 product, and we can both seal your bead leaks and any kind of tread punctures you'll get in the tread of the tire.
It's amazing. Now, you can do the sidewall on an ATV tire even?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's just because our sealant is very different than the other products out there. It's a lot thinner. And because it's thinner, it's easier to install. And you can also get up and flow around the entire tire, hitting your sidewalls, hitting your bead leaks. And that's what makes it very different than the other products out there.
The one thing that everybody wants to know when they're putting something in their tires, is this product safe for my tires?
Absolutely. All the materials we use, they're not non-corrosive, non-hazardous. Even for our automotive, it's also TPMS safe. There's no issues getting it through the TPMS valve stem.
Now, what's the installation like? Am I going to have to take this off the bead, or what do we have to do?
No, that's another great part. It's super easy to do. Anyone can do it in probably less than 5 minutes. The pouch comes with this little adapter, which is just a cap with a hose on it. And you're taking out the valve core from inside of your valve stem with the included tool. And you slide that hose on over and you squeeze in the contents of the pouch inside of the tire, putting the core back in, airing it up, and drive away, and you're good to go. I brought my air nailer with me, and we actually used the air nailer to nail the board to the tire, ripped it out, and gave it a little bit of rotation. It sealed it right up, and from there you could just ride on it like normal. We did the same demo on the automotive tire. We punctured it in there with an air nailer, ripped it out, and sealed it up, no problem.
We've seen how to actually install Tireject, but what makes it so effective inside the tire?
Yeah, so Tireject is a really thin liquid that we talked about, and it actually is made with a liquid rubber of super strong aramid fibers and recycled rubber tire particles. And so what will happen is you have a leak or a puncture in that tire, on contact with the sealant, the fiber particles and the rubber particles, they will wedge into the hole, and then that liquid rubber is actually what will bond and seal permanently on the tire.
Well, Tireject really works, and it's an affordable insurance policy against a flat tire. Check them out at tireject.com. Now, Joe, at NHOU Protective Coatings, you've figured out how to protect our cars from rust underneath and how to get rid of the rust that's already there, but now you've discovered a new problem you're addressing.
So this problem was presented to us by one of our customers, and what's really cool about this is I was actually able to take part in a solution to this problem. I was not aware of the fact that many of these car manufacturers several years ago began in their attempt to go green, changing the coating on the wiring and the wiring harnesses, which are very expensive, from a petroleum to a soy-based product. Now, rodents already like getting in there in the first place. It's kind of a warm place, and now they really enjoy the taste of this new soy product. So we have a really big problem with the wiring harnesses, but we also discovered, because people are calling me and saying, hey, there's another application for this. I had HVAC guys call me up saying, they're into the wiring on the air conditioning condensers outside. And the RV people are telling me that, you know, are a big problem. And I know I had one during the winter months. So this kind of solved the problem. And as a byproduct, when you solve the problem with the mice, you also solve the problem of corrosion. And what we've done is we've put a essential oil menthol in there. We know they don't like to touch this oil. We know they're sensitive smelling. We also added something that it disguises predatory scents, like urine from a cat. Your nose won't detect it, but theirs will. And so it's a kind of a 3-stage way of protecting you from rodent problems. And as a byproduct, rust.
You can check out the mouse out and all their other products at their website,
NHOUundercoating.com.
We are proud to be sponsored by NHOU Protective Coatings, and we're proud to bring you the coolest stuff in the aftermarket world. We've got a whole lot more coming up next, so stay tuned.